Hi guys, this is AC Gamer back with another video on Nikke Goddess of Victory. Now in today's video, what I'm going to be doing is taking a look at the revenue of Nikke Goddess of Victory for December 2022. Now today, this is the brand new day, a brand new year, so happy new year to everyone watching this video. Happy new year to my subscribers, and hopefully this year brings you guys a lot of joy and a lot of happiness. And obviously gacha games better be better this year as well, because yeah, last year the games we were getting were good, but the management was absolutely terrible. So hopefully 2023 we can get a good game, decent management, and everyone is just happy. Anyways, let's talk about the revenue for Nikke Goddess of Victory. Now I did make a video regarding Tower Fantasy's revenue as well. Go ahead and check it out as well if you guys are interested. Now I will be using Sensory Towers as well as App Magic to show you guys the revenue as well as the download, how many people has downloaded the game, the statistics for the game as well, because you guys might find it interesting and useful. So if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to like the video, subscribe, stay tuned for more content on Nikke Goddess of Victory. If you guys don't want to miss out on future content, make sure that post notification is on, and yeah, let's get right into it. So Goddess of Victory Nikke, I've said this over and over again, I don't want to repeat myself, but this game was the best game of 2022, no doubt about it. Yes, the management could have been better, but if you look at the other games as well, I still think Tower Fantasy was the best. I'm not Tower Fantasy. I still think Nikke Goddess of Victory was definitely the best game to come out in 2022. Now, obviously, Counterside was also one of my favorite games to come out as well, but I've also played the SEA version. So to me, it doesn't really feel like a new game. But absolutely, Counterside as well was also a fantastic game to come out in 2022. Now, regarding the revenue for Goddess of Victory, they reached over 14 million in revenue. So going over to Sensory Towers, where we can take a look at the detailed one. So for the Android version, we got about 500k downloads. So in December we got 500k, which is absolutely amazing. So a lot of new players were entering into the game, and in the Android version we got 26 million pounds or $26 million revenue from just the Android version, which is insane. Absolutely fantastic revenue from the Android version. Now going over to the iOS version with 300k downloads, a little bit less compared to the Android version, but that is understandable. And in terms of the revenue, we got 18 million dollars for the revenue for December. Now obviously December we had two new banners, so the Annie banner as well as the Christmas rupee. I wouldn't say they were like the hypest banner in the world, however the rupee banner was definitely a waifu character and a lot of people wanted to get the unit. But obviously in the month of December as well, a lot of controversy or issues were surrounding Nikke, so a lot less people were spending. Obviously a lot of people were quitting as well. A lot of people were asking for a refund. The whales were leaving. I had a friend that was a whale, and yeah, he just stopped playing, and I was extremely confused because his account was stacked, was absolutely stacked, but he hasn't been playing. So yeah, whales were leaving, but obviously it doesn't take away from the amount of revenue the game is able to earn. So if I go over to calculator, because I don't want to stretch my brain regarding the revenue, so 26 plus 18, we have $44 million for revenue just for December. Now I do remember that in the first month revenue was roughly about 70 million. So obviously there was a huge amount of drop off in terms of the revenue, but still 14 million is nothing to scoff out. If you take a look at the revenue for Genshin Impact, I also believe it was 68 million, but there was no reason for us to compare Genshin Impact and Nikke Goddess of Victory, just because Nikke Goddess of Victory is only been out for 2 months, whereas what's it called, Genshin Impact has been out for roughly 2 years, or yeah, 2 years now. There's no reason to compare them, and obviously the amount of revenue required to maintain each game is completely different as well. Nikke, I don't think requires that much revenue, maybe like 1 million or 2 million. Actually, that's a little bit too high, but yeah, once again the revenue is actually very, very good. Now we will be moving over to App Media, or App Magic, sorry, where we can actually get a detailed spread as well for Goddess of Victory Nikke. Now for the revenue, they actually estimated about 50 million, so The one from Sensory Tower was about 44 million, but in the app Magic they estimated about 50 million. And once again, the Japan region is holding down the game. So 69% of revenue were from the Japan region. So 20 million came from Japan, which is insane. Now the USA was the second region to spend a lot of money in the game, so 5 million just from the United States, and then 5 million from South Korea, and then 500, roughly about 500k from Singapore, and then yada yada yada. But I will say this, if the Japan region didn't spend this amount of money, the revenue would have been looking close to about like 10 million, about 10-15 million, which would have been a lot lower. But obviously we all know the Japan region, this is technically catered around them, and obviously the promotion was heavy in the Japan region. They had like the 3D billboard, so the Japan region had a lot more promotion. And waifus, they love waifus in Japan. Gacha is nothing too unique in the Japan region. So even if we in the global region or in the Western region are looking at the pricing for the packs being absolutely garbage, or the battle pass, the Japan region will look at it as something normal, and obviously will spend a lot more than us. So if we also take a look at the download, they estimated over 500k, but if you guys saw from the Sensory Towers, it was 500k from Android and about 300k from iOS. If you go over to the download, the main region that was downloading the game was Japan. Obviously, like I said, heavy promotion in that region, and then United States with 100k roughly, and then South Korea as well. So that is the revenue alongside the statistics for Goddess of Victory Nikke. And obviously one of the hypest banner has just been released right now on the 1st of January, and obviously we will need to wait and see how the revenue is looking like for the month of January. So the fact that Modernia has been released right now, I do feel like the revenue will be extremely high as well once again in January. If you guys haven't seen my previous video where I talked about why Goddess of Victory Nikke will never die, go ahead and check it out, because honestly this basically proves it. Not saying that the revenue will remain as 14 million moving forward, but I still think the revenue from Goddess of Victory Nikke will definitely be 20 million or 15 million moving forward, and that's at the lower end. To be honest, I still think it'll be like 13 million moving forward, just because this is a waifu game. The Japan region is going to eat this up and continue to spend in the game, and I actually just recently started spending a little bit more in the game as well. And yeah, even the new battle pass they introduced actually is a lot more better compared to the standard battle pass, so it entices me to spend in that regard, and I feel like a lot more light spenders are spending in that regard as well. So we have to wait and see what happens with Goddess of Victory Nikke, but so far the revenue is looking absolutely amazing. So tell me down in the comment section what you guys think about Goddess of Victory Nikke. Tell me down in the comment section if you think Nikke was the best game for 2022. It's been your boy AC Gamer. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'm out.